Dan Geltrude and Company founder, best-selling author Dan Geltrude. Let's get a sense, Dan, where you think the markets are standing on this. They're betwixt and between. They run up a little bit, then they run down, but it's pretty volatile. How do you play it?
It is, and it's pretty hard to figure out. I actually think, I know you hate to give him credit, but Charlie Gasparino made a good point before, and he said that he thinks...
I give Charlie credit. What are you talking about? You think I go against fellow Italians? Huh?
Yeah, you shouldn't be. That's my point. No, but I think he made a good point related to, he said, Mike Pence should be out there every day giving updates, because if he's not doing that, he's allowing the market to fill in the blanks, and that's dangerous territory. We saw how the market was reacting to China trade. Literally, it was uncanny how it would go up and down based upon that news. I think this administration has to take control of the information, being transparent, and letting everybody know what's going on, and I think when that starts to happen, the markets will start to calm down.
Yeah, they just need clarity or something to go on. And Lauren, anyway, he was saying, I mean, for the Dow and the S&P, this is something we've not seen, it's certainly in the case of the S&P, if it holds it, since 1933. I mean, that fast, the 10% correction. And I know we got to close to 20% in December 18 with the S&P and the NASDAQ in the middle of that rate hike fear, and that the Fed was overdoing it. But does the quickness of it startle you?
Yeah, that was absolutely disturbing, Neil. I was actually surprised how quickly the market was, I'll say, overreacting. If there was going to be a correction, let the correction be based upon something that's tangible, as opposed to, well, we're going towards a pandemic. No one knows where. Now it's in Italy and it's in South Korea, and this person, you know, the information was so fractured, I think the market actually got emotional and overreacted. I really anticipate that the market is going to calm down, and what we saw over the last 3 days of these wild swings, I really think that they're going to come back into line.
The market been firing people for just sneezing at you.
Yeah, I'm not going to tolerate any germ warfare in my office, so that we're clear. You know what I think it is, though? Can we really fault companies and organizations for exercising an overabundance of caution?
Absolutely.
I think we're actually playing it the right way, Neil. The real issue is the fear and the panic that's going along with doing the right thing.
Right, doing the right thing.
So you're doing the right thing, and economically it's hurting us.
Right.
God forbid a business should have to take blame for something. You just do yours, protect them.
Yes, I'm going to protect my organization at all costs.
There we go. And all those fired sneezing and coughing employees. I'm kidding. He did not do that. But I sneezed in my office. People were saying, "What's wrong?" Dan Geltrude. Dan, I never like, and Connell and I often talk about this, going tick for tick and whatever the market's doing any second. But they do cling to whatever the latest news is on this virus. It's fascinating. Better it is, stocks bid up. Worse it is, stocks go down. We've not broken that.
No, we haven't, and we're going to have to see what the stream of information coming forward is going to be, and that's really going to dictate how the market reacts. But as we've been saying, the most important aspect here is that there is transparency through all of this. I think the market is okay with bad news as long as they're not surprised by the bad news.
Yeah.
That's really the issue. Look, we already know that this is a potential pandemic. The market understands that, but they want to know what's happening. They don't want to hear all of a sudden that, you know, there's 10,000 cases in Europe out of nowhere and no one saw it coming. That's really what will upset the market. And I think we're getting to the point where everyone realizes that, based upon what's happened in the last 3 days, that we need to have continuous information flowing from the administration. I would actually not say something like that.
No, you would not.
But look, I think that the White House has to be concerned about the virus for obvious reasons, for the health and benefit of the American people. But listen, there are political consequences to be paid if the market goes down, because he's always been cheering about the market, and now he's got to deal with what's happening on the other.
In other words, taking executive powers to get ahead of a crisis What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's a good move for the president to do. One, it's going to benefit him politically in terms of taking charge and doing the right things, taking control of the situation. But from a standpoint of, as we were talking about, somebody has to be the center of this and make sure that we're really having this virus.
I'm just trying to think. The last president to do that was probably FDR, right after World War, or right after Pearl Harbor, where he repositioned the auto companies, and you're going to be making, tanks and weapons right now, right? And then they were fine with it. They did it, but
I actually don't think that it will, Neil.
So now you're agreeing with me. Two hours into the show.
Let me go on record. I agree with Neil. I agree with Neil here unequivocally. No, I don't. Look, if we look at what's going on in Europe and some other countries around the world that are struggling economically, they have negative interest rates.
Right.
So that is not the answer to every problem. We're so low right now.
Incredible.
I don't think it's the time to have to go to that. I know President Trump is already on that issue in terms of the Fed's got to come down. I just think we wait and see a little bit. I don't think that's the answer.
Do young people look at low rates like this and say, I'm in?
Why are you looking at me? He's young, right?
Why are you not looking at me?
He could be your big brother. I could be your father. Ann could be your grandfather.
Yeah.
So does it make a difference for young people when they hear, wow, look at these rates?
I'm not the best to answer this question because I mostly work in politics.
Wow, someone's being cautious. All right.
Oh, look at the time.
Yeah, look at the time. No, you were great. I didn't want to put you on the spot, but Gramps would have been tougher. He would have been tougher. All right, don't forget Tim Cook looking at all these developments of coronavirus and a lot more a little later on. In the meantime, Charles Payne. Hey, Charles.
Hey, Neil. Thank you very, very much.